Now, the mouth in particular is very unique, but we're going to dive into that later. The problem with this guy is that through human interactions, through environment, whatnot, we have accidentally introduced this fish into the Great Lakes region, starting from Lake Ontario all the way to Lake Superior. And now, the problem is in the wild, so in the wild where this guy lives, along the coast of the Atlantic, it has evolved a co-evolutionary relationship with the fish and organisms it consumes, where when it attacks another organism, that organism will tend to survive that attack, meaning it'll just have some scars, but it'll keep on living. In the Great Lakes region, that gets thrown out the window. In the Great Lakes region, those fish have no clue what to do, meaning they will not have scars. They'll just either die from blood loss, because remember, this is a blood-sucking organism, and it'll just leave a gaping hole wherever they are attacked, or they'll die from infection. Simple. Why is this a problem for us? Well, the fishing industry there is kind of a big deal. We are losing over a 2% yield since this guy was introduced in 1835. Well, how was this introduced, you might be asking? The Welland Canal. It connected Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, and then the rest of the Great Lakes. And so the sea lamprey had easy access to the rest of the Great Lakes region. Now, as a result, we are facing economic difficulties trying to cope with this fish being introduced. So fishing industry is going down, having less yield. We're having 85% of the fish that we are catching have these bite marks on them. And I'll show you on screen. Look at that. And a lot of the time they're infected, so we can't even use them. So the decline in the fishing industry also means a decline in the fishing industry related jobs. Now, let's talk about more specifically, like what are you looking at here other than a creepy looking fish? So obviously very prehistoric build. No, the fins, it's very unique build. 2 dorsal fins, external gill slits. Now, but the mouth is the interesting part. It acts like a suction cup onto its prey. So the buccal funnel, nope. The buccal funnel here is lined with papillae here. And then it also has these horned yellow and elongated teeth that after it's attached to its prey, so like this, it'll just start shredding the prey, kind of like this. And it's incredibly painful for that animal. And it'll just shred it until it leaves like the gaping hole that you see on screen. Excuse me. And then just suck out the bodily fluids and as well as the blood. And the Great Lakes are a perfect feeding ground for these guys because, again, no natural predators, invasive species, and perfect sediment in the bottom, perfect temperature. It has everything made for it there. And it's putting us out of a job. There are some sources here. You can click on some of the links I can provide for you if you want to check out what we're doing to combat these guys in the Great Lakes region. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys.